Hello guys, I hope you are doing well. Today's lesson is vocabulary. Kindly take writing coach and open page 140. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to identify, use, and understand the prefixes a, n, non, and an. Let me just put a comma here. I forgot. So use the KWL to write what you know about those prefixes and what you want to learn about those prefixes, and finally what you have learned in the end of the lesson. All right, so the prefix, as usual you know it, is a word part that is added to the beginning of a base word. A prefix changes the meaning of the word. This is, you well know it, the function of a prefix. What does it do? So the prefix "in" means not. Adding "in" to the base word adequate, meaning sufficient, makes inadequate, which means not sufficient. So adequate means sufficient. When we put "in", we add it to the base word adequate, which makes inadequate, then it means not sufficient. The prefixes "a", "non", and "an" also mean not or without. So in general, they change or they have the sense of negation. Okay? All right, the first exercise, add the base word to each prefix to make the new word. So we have to make new words here. There are, those are the prefixes and those are the words. All right, so we have to add those prefixes to the words. To make what? To match the definition. We have definitions here. We have to find the right word for this definition. As you notice, all the definitions, this starts with not, negation. Why? Because we have the prefixes non, and, in, and a. All of them, they show negation, not or without. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna read the definition without not to see whether I know the word. If I know it, it's simply I will just add not to it and that's it. For example, caused by extreme reaction or sensitivity. This is, it's clear it's allergic. And since it is not caused by extreme reaction or sensitivity, it means non-allergic. So I just put allergic, I added to this prefix non. So non-allergic means not caused by extreme reaction. Number two, let me cross this out, means not meeting a standard or requirement. In other words, meeting a standard. When we say that this is something meeting a standard or requirement, which means it is satisfactory. And the opposite, we would say unsatisfactory, not meeting a standard or requirement. Number three, in means not suitable or suitable. The word for suitable is appropriate. Let me cross this out. So appropriate, inappropriate means not suitable. Number four, the usual. The usual is typical or of a certain type. Yes, it's typical. So not the usual. Atypical. Atypical. So we have number five, in accord or agreement. So what do we have? Restricted, symmetrical, wanted, hospital, harmonious. It's harmonious. So not in accord or agreement, inharmonious. Number six, not having basis or justification. Let's say having basis or justification, it's warranted. Not having is unwarranted. Not having basis or justification, unwarranted. Number seven, binding or confining. In other words, not limited. Not limited. So this is, if it is limited, confining, binding, it means restricted. But not, because we have negation, we would say non-restricted. All right, and finally, we have knowing, educated, knowledgeable. I think this one is very easy. It's informed, to inform, informed, not knowing, uninformed. No one informed me. I am uninformed. All right. So I will leave the last two ones for you to do it. It's super easier. So we have wanted, we are done with it. Symmetrical and hospitable. Do the same strategy. Start with the meaning that you know, then add the negation to it. All right. Take a clear picture and send it via private message via Teams. All right. The second exercise. Write 5 other words used with each prefix. Check your words in a dictionary. So basically, what you should do, you have to write 5 other words from other ones from the ones that we studied. So in case like you manage to write some of them, but you couldn't find the others, you can directly go check the dictionary and find them, then write them down. All right, let me show you some examples. With non, we have non-athletic, non-compliance, non-flammable, non-professional. Then we move to un, for example, unformulated, unimpeded, unlicensed, and the last one, unobtrusive. Then we have in, let's see some examples. Incapacitate, ingratitude, inhumane, insensitive. The last one we have a. Let's see some examples. Amorphous, apathy, apteryx, and finally apeiretic. So I left the fifth one for you to find it. For non, an, in, and a. Finally, C, the last exercise. Unscramble these 4 words which have prefixes. Write definitions. So here, they already made it easier for us. They have prefixes. So we have to find the prefix first so that we can unscramble those words. So we have here, let's see, the prefixes we studied. There is a, there is none, there is no o, so it's not none. So let's just write them down here. We have a, we have an, we have in, and we have none. Okay, 4. So it is possibility for it to be a. Yes, there is possibility. What about an? U and n, also it is possible. And n also possible. So we can only cross none. All right. So let's see. I doubt it. Unreliable. Unreliable. The first one, unreliable. So as we form the word, what should we do? We have to write its definition. So if you already know the definition of the word reliable, so you just add negation. Means cannot be counted upon. Reliable can be counted upon. You can rely on this person. You can count on this person upon someone or something. But unreliable cannot. We just add negation. The second one, let's see. You can try the same thing to start with the prefixes. You see the prefixes, you know the letters of the prefixes. I believe here also there is non. Yes, there is n, o, and n. It's double. I believe it starts with non because I can see it in number 3 and number 4. So the word is non-specific. Non-specific. So what is the meaning of the word specific? From that we can elicit the meaning of non-specific. So it means not limiting or limited, not specific, it's general, not limiting or limited. All right, I will leave number 3 and 4 for you to do it as homework. Take a clear picture and send it over to me. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Should you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact me. Have a lovely day. Goodbye.